Welcome, sports fans, Crush fans. I'm your host, Cam Manna, and this is the Crush Cast. Crush Cast is presented to you by the Cayuga Health System, the system that provides seamless, comprehensive, community-centered care for the many residents across the Finger Lakes and Central New York. With me is Crush catcher Matt Kenney and Crush outfielder Gunnar Meland. Guys, thank you for coming on to the podcast.
Thanks for having
us.
So, guys, I'm going to start with both of you on this one. Walk me through the offseason so far, both of you at the Division I level at Siena College. What's going on from an off-season perspective for baseball? Just, kind of walk the fans through that right now.
You want to go first, Kenney?
Yeah, I'll go first. But we've been working hard. We've been getting in the weight room with the team, a lot of team lifts, and a lot of team practices indoors because, we're up north. So real cold weather, getting in the cage, getting our throwing in, getting our swings in, all that good stuff, getting prepared for the spring season.
Yeah, I just had knee surgery, so I'm actually just getting back into it now. I didn't play in the fall, so I haven't played at Division I level yet, but I'm looking forward to it this spring.
So I want to go back to where you guys grew up and played your high school ball and how that shaped you into the players and the people you guys are today. Gunnar, I know you were a two-sport athlete in high school playing baseball and football. So we'll start with you on that, how your high school career shaped you into the player and person you are today.
My high school was a small high school, so everybody knew everybody. I loved hold up, yeah. Matt, you go first.
All right, go ahead and ask me the question you're going to ask me, Cam.
Yeah, no. I just know, Gunnar played baseball and football in high school, and now, going to, play at the collegiate level. I wanted to ask you how your high school experience kind of shaped you into the athlete you are today, kind of those experiences, teaching you to, become who you are today as a player and an athlete.
Well, for me, I didn't, unlike Gunnar, I did not play two sports in high school. So I got that 100% baseball experience. But for me, I stepped into kind of a leadership role from a young age, freshman year, starting out on varsity. So I think that greatly influenced how I became a catcher and a person, and how I'm a leader on and off the field whenever I play baseball with the team.
Yeah, no, being a two-sport athlete definitely helped my athletic ability, I would say, and leadership role. I was captain both football and baseball, so that kind of pushed me in the right direction to play baseball. I had to make the decision whether I wanted to play football or baseball in college, so I chose baseball. Yeah.
So what was the recruitment process like for you guys when playing at the next level? Some of the challenges, especially with COVID, that I know affected both of you guys at the high school level, definitely missing some of those senior, junior seasons. So what was so appealing about Siena College, and how was this recruited process like to play at the Division I level? Matt, we could start with you on this one.
All right. Well, yeah, like you said, the recruitment process was basically shortened for especially our class. Junior year was taken away from a lot of kids. I'm sure Gunnar had a similar process where, our junior season started and then it ended just like that. And I personally, I got recruited pretty late in the process. I didn't sign until my senior year. But Siena, just a great campus, great school, great coaches. And I really like the way the program's headed right now. And that's why I decided to go to Siena.
Yeah, no, COVID, I personally think COVID helped me because I played baseball all throughout the COVID, the pandemic. I played all throughout the pandemic, so I didn't really, what's the word? I don't know. I was just strictly focused on baseball, so I think it helped with my recruiting process. I was just strictly baseball, and the summer of my junior year was huge for that. Just trying to get recruited and stuff. I was actually talking to the Cortland coach up at Cortland, so I kind of know the area a little bit. But yeah, and I got recruited kind of late during the process too because no one was really looking for outfielders or position players. It was mostly just pitchers and people were looking for arms. So once I got the call from Rossi, I really liked the program and I liked everything about it.
Yeah, that's a great segue into both of you guys' positions. How do you guys try to like stand out at your respective positions? Matt, knowing that you're a catcher and also can be a utility guy, and then Gunnar in the outfield. What's something that kind of makes you guys stand out at that position and kind of makes you a bright spot from the rest?
Well, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I personally think I'm a brick wall back there. Whenever I'm back there, I block everything that is thrown in the dirt from any pitcher. And I have a pretty decent arm. I'm able to make accurate and quick throws down to second base.
Personally, and like speed kills, and I was just speed demon when I played in my junior year. I was just fast until I got this knee surgery, but mostly my speed was a big part of my game.
Is there a certain player that you guys try to emulate your game after, a player that you look up to in the major leagues?
Definitely Mike Trout.
Mike Trout, okay, Gunnar.
Yeah.
Matt, how about you?
Yeah, and of course, you got Buster Posey, Yadier Molina. You got such good guys around Muto. You can name pretty much any MLB catcher, and those are the guys you try to emulate because they're all fantastic.
Nice. So the Cortland Crush, you guys brought that up before. Why did you guys decide to play for the Cortland Crush, the NYCBL, as your summer baseball team? What was so appealing about it, and why did you guys decide to make that the move for your summer baseball team?
Well, our coach kind of just put us to the Cortland Crush, but then once I realized that I was playing for them in the summer, I talked to a couple upperclassmen, people who played in the NYCBL, and they said it's a great team, a great program, and very competitive. So I was just like, sounds like the fit for me.
Yeah, I heard that Cortland's very competitive and they get the job done most years. And last year they were champions of the league, so I'm very excited to come into a winning program.
Yeah, we try to catch a championship.
Yeah, that's a similar reason why Clay and I came in as the broadcasters. Very appealing. Back to Siena College, I think what's really appealing for people when they look at the Division I level for sports is kind of that day in the life type thing. What you guys do on a daily basis, because a Division I athlete, in a way, from the athlete perspective, you're doing stuff that's kind of at a professional type level. So if you guys can walk me through kind of what a day in the life is from when you guys wake up and go to bed, from baseball to academics, like a little day in the life thing. Matt, you might have a little more on this.
Well, say we wake up probably around 5:30 a.m. and we have a early 6 a.m. lift in the MAC. And that ends probably around 7:30. And then we get a quick breakfast in. Some of us have 8 a.m. classes. We get that in. We're in class probably till around 1. And then we have practice for 2 or 3 hours. And then we're doing homework all night until bedtime.
Yeah, Matt lived that this fall. I didn't really have to practice that much. I was just there watching. But it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We got lifts. Then we go to school, and then we're back at the baseball field. So it's basically just breed baseball.
A quick pause in this podcast for our sponsor, Guthrie. Guthrie is dedicated to providing high-quality and accessible healthcare that meets the needs of the entire family. To find a provider or schedule an appointment, go to guthrie.org. Guthrie, serving northern Pennsylvania and southern and central New York. Now back to the episode.
What's the rehab process been for you, Gunnar? Has it been a lot at Siena College, or has it been more, you've been doing things more on the side, separate from the college?
Yeah, I do physical therapy off campus, so I haven't been in the training room that much, but every once in a while I'll use the ice bath, but it's just time consuming right now.
Got it. Yeah, definitely a long process from an injury perspective. Now moving back over to the Cortland Crush, I want to ask you guys what you guys think that you bring to the Crush this year. I know you guys are younger guys starting to get acclimated to the college baseball level, but what do you guys think that you bring to the Crush, not just as players, but also as teammates?
Well, me personally, I'm definitely a hype guy. I like getting hyped with getting hyped with the teammates, like making sure everyone's having a good time, having a fun time, because that's what baseball is about. Obviously making sure you're focused in on the game, but still having a good time out there.
Yeah, no, definitely energy. I bring a lot of energy and I hate losing, so I'm very competitive. It's just me.
Do you guys ever do some like, I've seen on social media, and my high school team actually did some like home run celebrations when you guys all get back to the dugout, or, have you guys ever taken part in that?
No. In high school, I never really did a home run celebration, but I see like a bunch of college baseball. They do like special, like Virginia Tech got the hammer.
Yeah.
They do special stuff, but I haven't really been a part of any of that yet.
No, I haven't been a part of any of it yet, but I'm sure me and Gunnar can come up with something good this summer and this spring, and make something happen.
Yeah, no, we would love to see that. And kind of just, for some of the fun stuff that you always want to be asked as a baseball player. One of the most, I would say, appealing questions that I like to ask is superstitions. I know when I played, I had my superstitions. Anything that you guys have from a game day basis that's a superstition for you guys, maybe a certain meal or, certain things that you guys do to, prepare to keep the mojo going?
I don't know, Matt. You
guys just play? Do you guys just go out?
Yeah. For me, I did have a superstition this past summer whenever I played in a collegiate summer league down in the South. I would get a Subway sandwich before every game, the same exact Subway sandwich. It would be a foot long Subway sandwich before the game, and anytime I wouldn't get it, I wouldn't play as well. So I kept going back for it.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any superstitions. I just showed up to the game and played. Nothing really special.
So what was on the sandwich, Matt, that made it so special?
It wasn't even special. It was just a sandwich, but it was the fact that it was from Subway, I think, because I tried a Jersey Mike's sandwich, and then I struck out twice. So I kept going back to Subway.
Got it. Yeah. I've had some guys superstitions wise that, I wore the same socks the whole entire season. It gets a bit dicey sometimes, but, also some of the fun stuff. You talk about the superstitions, but you guys, your whole entire baseball career, I assume you guys have played your whole entire lives. And then now having that, that opportunity to play at the Division I level, was there ever a time throughout your process where you were like, maybe I have to, stop playing baseball? Do you guys ever lose the love of the game, or is it always just kind of a straight, smooth sailing, time for you guys when you've been playing baseball from your young days to now?
No, I never really thought of stopping. Like, it's always like the dream is to play D1, and like once you get there, you can't just stop. You got to keep on grinding. So that's basically from a young age, I've had it implanted in my head that like I wanted to play Division I baseball or play competitive somewhere.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, I wouldn't call it smooth sailing. There definitely was times where, you get discouraged, but it's never been to the point where I ever thought about giving up. The last thing you want to do is give up.
Got it. Well, definitely want to talk some baseball with you guys. What are some of your guys' favorite teams in the major leagues right now? Hopefully there's not a big rivalry between the two of you, but let's see what we got. Matt, we can start with you.
Well, me personally, I was born in Pittsburgh, so I got to stick to the hometown Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm not particularly happy about it and haven't been happy about it for a long time. And I'm sure most people who are from Pittsburgh know and haven't been happy for a very long time. But one of these days we'll get a good season going.
And I'm a Yankees fan. My family loves the Yankees. I live in New York. I'm a Yankees fan. So I don't really watch baseball that much, but when it comes down to it, I'm a Yankees fan.
I'm with you on that, Gunnar. And Matt, the first thing that comes to mind when I hear the Pittsburgh Pirates is the playoff home run from Russell Martin a few years back. Yeah. That was just, electric. You see that all the time. Were you watching that game live or?
I don't think I actually, that was playoffs. That was a long time ago. I probably wasn't. When I was a little younger, you're not as much, of an attention span to watch baseball, but Russell Martin was one of my, all-time favorite players, still is. Very good catcher, and I enjoy watching him play.
Who do you guys think the best player in baseball is right now? Tough one putting you guys on the spot, but
Aaron Judge, baby.
Judge, okay.
Aaron Judge.
I bet a lot of Yankee fans are going to watch this. So
very, very, very easy, answer. Very generic answer, but Mike Trout. It's very hard to argue anyone else. Sorry, Gunnar, but Mike Trout, I would say.
Nah, yeah, Mike Trout's a respectable answer, but Aaron Judge right now, that's the boy.
And then, so talking about the outfield, Gunnar, because you brought up Aaron Judge. I assume you're more, the speed guy. So you're more of a roam in the outfield. Would you say your primary position is in center?
Yeah, I usually played center, but outfield's outfield. I'll play wherever they put me. Yeah.
And now, best pitcher in baseball. A lot of people say DeGrom. So if you guys think it's DeGrom, who would be your second best guy if it's not Jacob DeGrom? Scherzer, maybe get some Garrett Cole in there.
Yeah, no, Garrett Cole's up there.
I figured you'd go Garrett Cole. Yeah,
Garrett Cole's up there, but after going to the Boston game with the wild card, it kind of
you were there, Gunnar.
My hopes. Yeah, we were all there. Matt was there too.
I was there with him. Yep.
Lost my hopes for Garrett Cole.
So what was that experience like being at that game? It was just watching on TV as a fan. That was just brutal.
It was insane. It was brutal, but it was a cool experience. I mean, we were getting chirped by a lot of Boston fans. There was some mom behind us chirping us the whole time, but it was a fun experience, definitely. One I won't forget.
Yeah, Fenway Park.
It was electric.
Nice. Yeah. And the Fenway Park Stadium, even if you're a Yankee fan, just being around there, there's a lot to do. It's a really nice stadium.
Yeah, really nice stadium. And there was a lot of Yankees fans there too. So it wasn't just like we were only Yankees fans. I mean, I don't know who Matt was cheering for, but there was a decent amount of Yankees fans there.
Matt was probably cheering for the Yankees.
Yeah, I was there to watch. I wasn't cheering for nobody. I was there to watch. I was there for the experience.
All right, so before we wrap up, New Year's around the corner. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions to start the year, or are you guys just gonna keep doing what you're doing?
I'm trying to just get back to my normal self, heal up, the rehab. But other than that, it's just gonna be another year.
Yep, and for me, just keep going, like you said, keep grinding, keep working hard.
Maybe I'll get a girlfriend this year. I don't know though.
Not a bad resolution, Gunnar. Not a bad resolution. Yeah. So with that, thank you, Matt and Gunnar, for joining me on this rendition of the Crush Cast, brought to you by Tompkins Trust Company. For over 180 years, Tompkins Trust Company has been your local mobile and remarkable community bank. For myself and the Cortland Crush, we wish everyone a wonderful start to the new year. Follow Cortland Crush on Twitter at CrushBall, on Instagram at Cortland Crush Baseball, and subscribe to the Cortland Crush YouTube channel. I'm Cam Manna saying so long, and thank you for listening.
This episode was also brought to you by Tompkins Trust Company. For over 180 years, Tompkins Trust Company is your local, mobile, and remarkable community bank. Visit tompkinstrust.com for more.